Well, hello and good day to all of you wonderful viewers out there. Hi, I'm Awesome Joe, and thank you guys so much for taking in the time of your day to watching another episode of Awesome Joe's Playback-to-Back movie reviews. And today we're going to be talking about The Lost City, a title that is not very popular, something that I've heard numerous times in several other movies like The Lost City of Z, or even the one I never even watched, but Dora and the Lost City, I believe it is. But I'm just thinking maybe you could have been a little bit more creative with having to naming this movie, because the title is just not very familiar for me. I don't really find it to being very favorable. So when I saw that, I thought that the trailer for this movie was really good. I thought that it was something that would really work with me, because Channing Tatum is really great. Sandra Bullock is even greater, and even Daniel Radcliffe himself. And even with a little bit of Brad Pitt, as you know, just seeing him there, it's just thinking, you know, could this be a really great movie to watch? Well, we really don't have the answer for that until the movie is released into theaters, and that day is today. I went ahead and watched this movie, and quite normally, I am not really into expedition type of films. They really don't pull me into wanting to enjoy the film. But for when it comes to a romantic comedy such as this, and normally also too, I never really do watch a comedy in theaters. I really don't find the money is that worth it. But like I said, with a starring cast such as these, a good amount of it really does pull me into wanting to be very curious as to whether or not this is going to be a very entertaining movie or not. Because yes, we've had these actors act in other successful films, and just having to bringing them together really does pick up the notch, as you know, seeing if this movie could be a really great film to watch in theaters. So this movie is directed by Aaron and Adam Nee. Never heard of them. I looked them up. They've done some film before, but nothing very memorable. Something very, a few things that are very small. So really, in a way, this is their first directorial debut on the big screen. So we got the main character, Loretta Sage, which is Sandra Bullock's character, and she is a romance novelist. And according to the beginning of the film, she's one of those, of course, someone who has really lost their spark, someone who is really looking into seeing what her next chapter is in having to writing her novelties. So, and of course, this adventure that she's going to be going on in this movie is really going to turn the tables around, making it, giving her more of a significant idea of what she is going to be doing next. And of course, the love interest in this, which is the character Alan, played by Channing Tatum, is her cover model. And yes, of course, everyone loves Channing Tatum, and yes, he has one of those muscular, handsome, sexy bodies for all the women audiences to go and enjoy to watch, and would agree with the fact that he is a very favorable person wanting to take his shirt off and, just to show off his masculinity. So, but I really did find that Tatum was really funny in this movie. Cause like I said, I'm not really that much into comedies, especially watching in the theaters, and it's really, really hard to make a comedy movie that would really gain my attention and really make me laugh. A movie such as this, only made me chuckle a few times, and it's not the bad chuckles, don't get me wrong, it's not the bad chuckles, it's actually really the good ones. I did find that the movie was entertaining, not enough for my taste, but there was a good amount of humor that went on in the movie that really kept me intrigued, that really kept me asking for more. And then we get another character who is pretty much the villain of this movie, which is always the antagonist of the movie, Abigail Fairfield, which is played by Daniel Radcliffe. And I mean, come on, he's come a long way since Harry Potter. He does a lot of work that tries to keep him away from doing being noticed as Harry Potter anymore. I've seen him on Miracle Workers. I did even see him come back for the Harry Potter reunion on HBO Max. But him in this movie, playing a villainous role, really is actually a good toll on him. I find that he can play a villain very good. I really did like the way that he portrayed his character in this movie. You know, one of those rich, spoiled antagonists that go after the good guys, chasing, you know, the MacGuffin of the film, this expedition that you know, wandering in the jungle and going through these explorations. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just something about it. It kind of reminds me of how I felt with Jungle Cruise. There was some stuff in that movie that I did find entertaining as well, but the majority of it really just kept me bored. I was really bored. So there's some moments in this movie to where I did feel a little bored as well too, but it's because of the humorous moments that do take place in the movie that really kept me going and had high hopes for a movie such as this to be successful. Then we get Beth, which is played by Davine Joy Randolph. She's supposed to play the, you know, like this comedic character as well too, to bring some more laughs. She does have several social interaction with her other co-star, which is the character Adrian, that actually looked very familiar to me. And I was trying to remember as to where I've seen this individual from, and this is no other than Oscar Nunez, who plays the character Oscar on The Office, which is one of my favorite sitcom TV shows of all time. And getting to seeing him once more again was a really favorable treat. I really did love seeing him come back and return. But what was so good about this movie that really kept me just at the edge of my seat was when, of course, we all knew, and it was in the trailer, is Mr. Brad Pitt coming into the film as this character called Jack Trainer, who happens to be a trainer. And so it's really great getting to seeing him in this. He is the actual type of character that Channing Tatum plays as the cover model, but in real life action. And oh my gosh, this dude is just so calm, so peaceful, but yet still kicks ass. The very second he goes into action, I mean, this is no spoiler here. I'm gonna try and avoid spoilers here, but this one is just like, I gotta mention it, is that this dude, it's no, like I said, no spoiler. This dude, he starts running and doesn't even care if he is seen. He just runs, jumps over the fence, and literally just knocks this guy out, you know, unconscious. And every single time he puts someone to sleep, he doesn't kill anybody, but he knocks him out, he puts him to sleep, and just calmly tells him, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I'm just like, wow, man, this, I mean, I'm not even gay, but I'm just like, dude, this guy is like super charming in this. I mean, I love Brad Pitt. He does a lot of great work. I've seen a lot of his movies, but him being in this, I'm just like, I am in love with this guy, man. This guy was so cool. And there is a mid-credit scene to this, and it's great getting to see him being part of that mid-credit scene. And is it to say that there will be a sequel to this movie? Not entirely. I don't really see it being a successful film enough to gaining a sequel. Plus the fact this movie just came out into theaters today, and it would be such a shame to throw out spoilers out there to everyone who does want to go out and watch this. Not many people were out in the theater to watching this. I watched it at 4 o'clock immediately after when I got out of work. But it was a good time. There were some moments, yes, of course, like I mentioned before, I felt bored, but only because of the fact that I just got out of work. I'm extremely tired, and all I want to do is go back home and go to sleep. But this is a movie that I was really anticipated on getting to watch, having to know that there's not really any movie out there that's interesting enough to want to watch right now. There was that movie X, but it didn't come out to our theaters for some odd reason, just like West Side Story. But when that movie, I heard a lot of great things about that movie. So if I ever do get the chance to watch it, I will definitely watch it. And if I like it enough, I will do a review on it. So yeah, there's a kidnapping, and then because of this kidnapping, they go on this expedition on this tropical island through the jungle, chasing for the MacGuffin of the film. And I don't know. I just feel like that nothing was really ever accomplished in this movie for our characters, other than the fact that this is a comedic romance movie that only brings the two main characters closer together and have this love interest for one another, kissing at the end of the film, and then that's at the end, and I'm just like, everybody lives happily ever after. And I'm just like, I just wish that there felt like some other, I just wish that the movie was a little different than what actual other movies would do, just like what this one did. So Rotten Tomatoes gave a very interesting percentage that I thought was extremely high. I thought it would be a little lower, but they went ahead and gave it a 74%. I just could not believe that percentage, but yet, well, for me, the way I felt about the film, I can't say that I hated it. There's a lot of movies out there that have some similarities to this movie that I completely hate out of my mind. But this one I did not. But there's a lot of positives to it, but yet there are some negatives as well too. And for me, I went ahead and gave The Lost City a 41%, which is still not bad. It's under average. I still had a great entertaining time. There were a few chuckles here and there that I found the movie to be entertaining with. I will happen to mention that I was about 5 minutes late to the movie because, of course, I just got out of work, and this is sort of a last minute thing. I didn't know whether or not if I should go watch the movie or not, but this was my only available time to go into watching it. For personal reasons, of course, obviously, but yeah, 41% I go ahead and give this movie. So there you have it, everybody. That is my review for The Lost City. I know it's a shorter video quite normally from all my other videos that take up 20, 30, 40 minutes of my video time, but this one, it was very short because there's not really much to talk about other than the fact of letting you guys know how I felt about the movie, and the fact that I'm not really spoiling anything about the movie to you guys, because there's not really much to spoil. It's just something that if you feel like you got to go and watch it at the theaters in order to enjoy it, then by all means, go ahead and do it. I do encourage you to go and watch it if you are seeking a great entertaining time at the movies, but don't expect anything out of the ordinary, anything that is expanded or whatever, whatnot. It's just another comedic romance movie. Like Sandra Bullock, she's just a fantastic actress. And especially within all of her recent materials, her other movie projects, like Gravity, or I loved her in Gravity. I loved her in the Blind Side, and then I loved her in The Proposal. She just does a lot of great work. And she's still climbing strong. She's a very successful actress that any movie that she ever stars herself in, many people are very willing to go and watch. Who does not love Sandra Bullock? So anyways, you guys, like I said, that's my review for The Lost City, everyone. What did you guys think? Have you gone out and watched it? If not, I encourage you to go and watch this movie out in your local theater. It is out today. And if you have any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section on the bottom. Let's have an awesome time talking about this movie or any movies that you'd like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on Facebook and on YouTube. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button there, everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support in my channel, because it's a huge personal hobby of mine, and I love to share it amongst all of you wonderful viewers out there. There's a lot of projects that are to come within the rest of this month and the April month. You got Moon Knight that's coming out next week. You even got Morbius that's coming out next week as well too, and then within April, we also have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's going to be great. And along with Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. There's just so much that's happening that my hands are completely filled with a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of great work that I have a lot of fun doing. I really enjoy having to talking about movies. It's just movies are my life, and for all of you viewers out there, I'm sure that they are yours as well. But anyways, everybody, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks you guys once more again, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.